according to an Australian Bureau of Statistics report from 2020, nearly half of Australians live pay to pay. And in addition to that, there's been a variety of other research into financial wellbeing, and the common trend is clearly that financial stress is on the increase, and access to funds in an emergency is one of the most common issues that are faced by people. So on-demand or salary on-demand pay is where the employer will work with a third-party supplier to provide the employees access to their own salary that they've accrued to date. Generally, that's done through a mobile banking style app, and it's used as one of the instant payment platforms available in that country. And the employees can choose when they want to get paid that amount ahead of their normal payday. So in late 2020, there was approximately 15 providers that are being reported to operate in the US and the UK, and at least 2 of those providers already had operations in Australia then. But despite knowing the number of operators, it's still really difficult to ascertain how many employers are taking up this offering, and within those employers, how many individuals are taking it up. But there is definitely an interest being gained, and there's a number of well-known Australian businesses that are reporting to offer such a benefit. The use case seems to be quite clear when we consider the increase of temporary workers globally, and in consideration of the gig economy workers such as Uber and Airtasker, who are able to get paid almost instantly for the work that they've performed, there's an increasing societal expectation for a similar option for employees. But whether or not this use case extends to other worker types across all industries is somewhat difficult to predict. Yeah, so supporters of the offerings often compare it to payday loans or retail finance, such as Zip Pay, and they're quick to point out that salary on demand is different. They say that salary on demand is access to the income already earned, that it's of a lower or no cost to the employees, and that they're able to complement the services with education, monitoring and safeguards in an attempt to assist the employees who may be in financial hardship. But that support is optional for the employer and employee to access. Outside of a gig type worker looking to get paid for work performed before a scheduled payday, it's less likely to be an employee that already has good management habits that use these types of facilities. We would expect that it's probably more likely going to be people that already face challenges with their financial management, and it's not really clear whether or not those optional safeguards that we talked about are sufficient to avoid those individuals ending up in that payday loan or Zip Pay kind of cycle in the end anyway. So if employers are considering implementing the benefit such as salary on demand, it's really important that they take the time to understand whether that's something that their employees actually truly want. It can be really easy to get caught up in the desire to have the new things that are available, things that can be added to your recruitment marketing material. But if your employees don't actually have a desire for the benefit, it ultimately leads to wasted resources and effort to try and put it in place. And the easiest way to know that is to actually ask your employees if this is the type of benefit that they actually want, rather than assume it to be or to not be something that they want. Also, consider the demographic of your employees, including their age, average remuneration, as well as the mix of employment types that you have. There might actually be better suited benefits other than this that they would actually get more value out of and would be more worth your time and effort. Once you are sure that you want to go ahead, then just like with all the other benefits and offerings that employers put in place, it requires a really intentional collaboration between the whole of the business. In particular, employees, payroll, HR, and treasury finance as well form a part in this. Additionally, they need to work really closely with their technology providers to ensure that it's integrated into the employee experience. Many businesses in Australia still operate on a heavily manual payroll and/or treasury process. And to be able to leverage an offering such as salary on demand, you really need a technology provider that will work really closely with you to make this into a reality.